Hey guys, ColonelCripple here, and I just got back from seeing The Dark Knight Rises. I know that I was gonna do a vlog today actually, but I just thought, you know what? I just saw this movie. I'm gonna give my take on it. This is a spoiler-free review, so don't worry about that. Now where do I start? Man, okay. Here's the thing. This is sort of a mix between Batman Begins and Dark Knight. It has all the you really get inside the villain's head as you do the Joker as you do in Heath Ledger's Joker, but you also get inside Batman like you did in Batman Begins, his struggle and his fear with bats and you know what I mean? So it's a mix of the two. Now, what do I think is Bane as a villain? Yeah, if you don't know Bane's the villain, that's not really a spoiler, because it's all over the movie posters and stuff, so Bane has been like this tough guy, right? And now, one thing they left out, and I'm not complaining because they did leave a lot of stuff out for Scarecrow in the last movie. They left out the whole Venom part, that he's addicted to Venom, and that when he uses it, he gets stronger. There is nothing to do with Venom. He's just already bulky by default. Not like the Incredible Hulk bulky, but like just a really muscular dude. One thing I don't like about the villain in this movie is the way they made his voice sound. If there's only one way I could explain it, like he looks villainous, and then when he starts talking, you're like, ugh. Are you serious? Like, here's what I mean. His voice is like Professor Oak from Pokemon. I'm not even kidding you. But with a muffled, echoey, sort of megaphone filter on it. It's not menacing at all, and it's kind of hard to understand him at times. Now, I don't know if that was just my theater I was going to, having crappy speakers or whatever, but it really did not. His voice didn't suit him. It just didn't suit him. Here's what I think of Anne Hathaway as Catwoman. I was like, okay, well, she was like Catwoman in Batman. I don't know, the last Catwoman feature didn't really do so well. Quite frankly, it sucked. But she did really well, and I was like, oh man, Anne Hathaway's in everything now. So, but she actually, if not, this probably made her career. Not that her career wasn't already made, but if it made her career even more. Seriously, she did a really good job. I won't spoil the ending, but I will say the ending. The ending didn't really conclude Batman. I know they always say, like, at the end of it, this concludes Batman, you know what I mean? Or this concludes the movie, the end begins, blah, blah, blah. Every movie trilogy and or sagas do that, but they don't really mean it. So it didn't really end Batman, but it didn't cliffhang it either. That's all I'm gonna say. That's literally all I'm gonna say, because that's saying too much already if I'm going for a spoiler-free review. Let me see. The pacing in this movie. The pacing is a bit sporadic. I didn't really like, I thought it needed more, don't get me wrong, the sequences with the bat plane, it's just called the Bat. It's like a helicopter. But, Batman uses it, and yes, and, they made it all Batman-y. It's like a helicopter with weapons on it, like missiles and stuff, but they made it all Batman-y, and called it the Bat, because bats fly, right? How original. Anyway, some of those sequences were impressive. There was also some impressive sequences with the Bat Bike, or the Bat Cycle, whatever you want to call it, but there wasn't enough of them. There wasn't enough of either. What you see in the trailer is probably a third of each of the full-length feature, a third of the footage already. So there's not much. There's also not much fighting sequences. Like every time, because it's trying to be like a combination of The Dark Knight and Batman Begins. So it's like trying to there's a lot of dialogue in between fight scenes, and the fight scenes only last about literally 10 to 15 seconds. So I was a little disappointed in that. But that doesn't mean it's a bad movie. I really do think you should see this movie. if you're a fan of Batman. It does have its issues though, like it could have just been my crappy theater, but a lot of the music overshadowed the dialogue, especially the quiet scenes, so you couldn't really understand some characters, the obvious one being Bane and some other ones that I'm not going to spoil because you're not supposed to know they're in the movie, but yeah, some of the dialogue was completely like the music was too high of a volume, you know what I mean? So you really have to be glued to the screen and focusing if you want, especially Bane. Bane, that's probably my most negative thing I have to say. This is not a bad movie. I know I sound negative here, just all around, but I'm just giving you it's a review, so I have to say the faults about it. It's not as good as The Dark Knight, but it's better than Batman Begins. So in terms of the three movies that Christopher Nolan directed, it's somewhere in the middle. But Bane, that's my one gripe I have about this movie. Bane's voice did not suit his character. It did not suit his villainesque and his badassery, and because he's awesome when he fights and when he blows stuff up, but as soon as he starts talking, it's like his dialogue contributed to the movie. Like his dialogue was all about him and his plot and what he wanted to do. But not most of all, but half the time, maybe 2/3 the time, you couldn't take it seriously because his voice was not menacing or deep as you would expect it to be, like a professional wrestler. It was really echoey. I'm serious. It was like a cartoon. I expected him to be more. I also expected Bane to be more. I don't want to say like Michael Bay's Transformers, but like the Hulk. Like he would just pick objects up and throw them or chuck people around. He doesn't do that at all. He's only slightly bigger than Batman with a lot more muscle. And I know, although he kicks butt, he doesn't kick Incredible Hulk butt. But I shouldn't be comparing Marvel superheroes to DC comic superheroes. I would give this game. Wow, I play too much video games. I would give this movie an 8.2 out of 10. 8.2 out of 10. And let me know what you thought of the movie. Have you seen it yet? Haven't you seen it? And if not, go see it. If you like this video, if you like this review, or if you like my videos in general, you can subscribe to this channel. I want to try to do more movie reviews in the future. So yeah, like the channel, like the video. Actually, rate it honestly. I could keep saying that. I know I keep saying that, but rate it honestly. I don't want to beg for likes. So rate the video honestly. Subscribe to my channel if you want to keep up to date. And if you want to have other ways to keep up to date, you can go to my channel page. Go to my channel's main page, and there's links to my Facebook, to the channel's Facebook page, which like that page. Twitter page, follow me on there, and as always, Reddit. Thank you for watching this longer than expected review. I will see you in the next video. See you then. Or view me then. Never mind.